ever seen a damage to Tetrapanax leaves. They are just such a solid tropical looking plants. But this year has been exception. In UK we have had, last week was extraordinary hot temperatures. We end up reaching almost 41 degrees Celsius. And all my Tetrapanax leaves, which is very surprisingly at the bottom, have gone through this pattern. If it was kind of cold, I would have thought this is a frost damage, but there is no frost in this temperature, and I had to cut quite a few of my Tetrapanax leaves. This is one giant plant. You just think it can take full sun. So based on that, I would never imagine that this kind of extortionate heat would have caused this kind of damage. It could be a combination that my soil went real dry. I mean, I did water, not to the extent I had to think it was 41 degrees and I need to drench it. That's the only thing it was lacking. Surprisingly, the ones at the top are absolutely fine, and the ones at the bottom, so I have just cut 4 leaves just here to make sure that I don't get to see those ugly looking patterns on them. And I'm hoping that my Tetrapanax is really healthy. I mean, it does look real healthy if I look at the new growth, but I would expect new growth is more fragile, is supposed to have the sunburn, not the old growth, which is quite mature leaves, and they should not be experiencing this. So it could be really combination of real high heat and the grounds were dry. So I mean, things are changing. We don't get to experience this. So I do have actually other plants which also got damaged, and some really withstand the heat. So Bustu, of course, is going to have these rips, but it has done really well. No sun damage at all. Actually, a new leaf is just going to unfurl right there. So this is the smallest Dicksonia I have, which I thought would have had really bad sunburn. Actually, because I kept it so moist, not a single bit of sunburn. And I'm going to show you Dicksonia, which is in shade, and I did not water enough. So because of shade, I didn't water enough. This one has gone so dry. The new growth is coming, but it's all dried up right here, so this is not going to open or do anything. So this Dicksonia actually has suffered the most in terms of heat. And again, colocaceas are known to take heat, but you'll be surprised what happened to colocaceas. So this one is Black Magic, and I just actually crushed these leaves earlier. So this one had real severe sun damage, and this was the newest leaf. This is the oldest one, and they have done well. Again, in terms of my colocacea, this one is the oldest leaf, so it kind of survived. Only the top bit got burned here. This one was one of the newest leaves. This one did not even grow to its full potential. It went crispy. And on top of that, I have got Acer. So Acer looks pretty awful right at the top. It's really bad sunburn. It's absolutely crispy. Everything is crispy. That's how badly sun got it. In terms of my alocasia, it hasn't actually suffered much, and the oldest leaf right there is getting yellow, but alocasias are known for that. It puts on one new leaf and the old one dies, so I'm not worried about that. Of course, here this one has got some damage as well, but the new leaf has been fantastically no damage at all. Of course, dahlias can take heat really well. We have nothing to worry about the dahlias. And now I'm going to show you my biggest Dicksonia. So this is my biggest Dicksonia. Actually, it had no sun damage, so all this area was exposed to that heat. It did have some fronds are dying right here, but I expect this is the old growth which happened very early in the year. Everything else is a new growth. So there has been some damage caused by this exceptional heat. I mean, things might change if we continue to experience that, but again, if it's full sun, it's kind of harder for a plant to take it. It was pretty hard, and I really hope that your plants have not suffered. I mean, sometimes damage can be irreversible if you end up losing a lot of them, and especially if you are away and no one can water the plant. So that's the worst case scenario. Please do share if you have experienced any kind of damage. It's just nice to have ideas out there what is going wrong with the plants, because if this heat didn't happen, I would have really thought that something's gone wrong with my tetrapanax, and just because of the heat and maybe lack of water, I am a bit more relaxed that it's to do with the temperature rather than that it's diseased. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.